Good morning, everyone. This is Marshall Giller bringing you the morning comment for February 16th. Today's market will be dominated by the developments in Greece. European finance ministers, including, of course, Greek Finance Minister Varoufakis, meet again in Brussels to hash out an agreement. I still expect that they'll reach some agreement, although there's, of course, always some doubt. But even if they don't, as long as they're in the euro, there's hope for some agreement until the bills come due and they go bust in July. Nonetheless, it was noticeable that the euro was almost the only G10 currency that isn't opening higher against the dollar today, despite the better-than-expected Q4 GDP figures for the Eurozone announced on Friday. This suggests some risk premium is creeping in. The Eurogroup meeting on Greece isn't until the evening, so I expect trading to be inconclusive until then and swayed by any headlines that emerge. Japan managed to exit from recession in the fourth quarter, but growth was pretty weak and well below estimates. This is disappointing considering they're coming out of 2 consecutive quarters of contraction. Moreover, most of the growth came from inventories and exports, not domestic demand. In the context of such weak growth, the markets will be listening closely to what Bank of Japan Governor Kuroda has to say on Wednesday following the Bank of Japan meeting. During the European day today, the main event will be the Eurogroup meeting, of course. As I mentioned, the Swiss National Bank releases its weekly sight deposit data, which could reveal if the bank intervened in the FX market in the week ended February 13th. Indications of further intervention could weaken the Swiss franc somewhat. In the U.S., the markets are closed due to a national holiday, President's Day. For the rest of the week, on Tuesday, the RBA releases the minutes of its February meeting, and in Europe, we get the ZEW index. On Wednesday, the Bank of Japan Policy Board meeting, as I mentioned, the focus will be on Governor Kuroda's speech following the meeting, in particular, whether he comments on the news story that ran last week that Bank of Japan policymakers believe further easing would be counterproductive, as it could weaken the yen further and damage confidence. Given today's weak GDP figures, I doubt if he's actually that concerned. Wednesday also marks the start of the Lunar New Year in China and several other Asian countries. Friday is PMI Day. We get the preliminary market manufacturing and service sector PMIs for February from several European countries and the Eurozone as a whole, as well as manufacturing for the US, also UK retail sales. For more information, including technical analysis, please read the full comment on IronFX.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google+ to get more trading ideas. This is Marshall Giller, head of Global FX Strategy at IronFX Global, wishing you solid trading.